CC, this is NSC.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we are on internal power.
Recheck
Check
827
827
and 29.
and 29.
Check 828.
This is Lockheed Martin Launch Director on the countdown net, ready for launch poll. CLS Mission Director, Mr. Dunbar.
Go.
Director Program Management, Mr. Reynolds.
Go pending adjust.
Mission Director, Mr. Lugo.
Go pending adjust.
Roger. Test Conductor, we are go pending the adjust verification. Check 830, 831.
This is the FLC with a readiness to proceed poll. BOC.
Go.
SOC.
Spacecraft is go.
UOC.
Go.
FOC.
Go.
OSM.
Go.
LWO.
Go.
ROC.
Go.
MIFCO.
Go.
AFLD.
Air Force Launch Director, go.
And Spacelift Commander.
Spacelift Commander, clear to launch.
Thank you, sir. TC, you are clear to proceed. Teresa Patience is clear to launch. Check step 832, 833.
Yes, that's being
This is Atlas Launch Control at T-minus 5 minutes and holding, standing by to pick up the countdown. We are loading all of the data on board the vehicle and pressing into the countdown in order to meet the launch window. However, we will not have the final word on whether or not the upper level wind data is green until after we've already picked up the countdown. We can go all the way down to the T-minus 100-second mark, which is where the ground launch sequencer takes over automatic control of the countdown down to main engine start. So at any rate, we're going to continue to plan for a launch 10 seconds before the end of the week window. And wind data's coming in the meantime. We may have that go here momentarily on those winds. That's a go on the upper level winds. Standing by to pick up the count. Countdown picking up in 1 minute. At T-minus 5 minutes and holding, this is Atlas Launch Control.
Commence task 9. Terminal count. Any no-go condition will be reported as stop commit. Check 901. On my mark, the time will be T-minus 5 minutes and counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. Check 902.
Check 903.
Check 904. Check 905.
This is Atlas Launch Control at T-minus 4 minutes 45 seconds and counting. We're pressing toward a liftoff time at 10:57:39 Pacific time. The next milestone in the countdown will be when the ground launch sequencer takes control of the count for the last 100 seconds. That will occur at about a minute and 40 seconds before the main engines and the solid rocket boosters ignite. At T-minus 4 minutes 12 seconds and counting, this is Atlas Launch Control.
Sending green. Check 909 and 908.
SRB and ground pyro systems are armed and ready for launch. Centaur power is internal. Check 910.
MIB is auto-armed. INU is launch enabled. Check 911. Check 454.
RCO.
Check 912.
This is DROC and Countdown Net 1. Range is green. Check 913.
What was that?
Leave the T-count, the test conductor up as well. This is Atlas Launch Control at T-minus
Hold on my mark.
1 minute 45 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
Ground launch sequencer now controlling.
Internal. Check 915.
Check 14.
Check 916.
Check 917.
T-minus 1 minute.
Check 918.
Next milestone will be at T-minus 40 seconds.
Status check.
Go Atlas.
Go Centaur.
Check 919.
920's in work.
We're through where we cut off on Thursday. T-minus 30 seconds and counting. T-minus 20 seconds. Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine start and liftoff of the Atlas rocket with Terra, flagship of the Earth Observing System. T plus 40 seconds. Standing by for solids, first set of solids to separate.
Check 1007.
Check 1008.
Check 1009. Who, please set your control valve position to open.
Copy, thank you.
We're getting telemetry back
Check
from the
1010.
spacecraft.
Did we have 1009 FMO?
And there go the ground lit
Yes, you have a
solids.
check on 1009, you have a check on 1010, and you have a check on 1011.
Check 1012.
And there are the air lit solids.
Check 10, 12, 13.
Ten 14 in work.
That might be enabling the... It is.
Check 1014.
Take me down for a minute.
And we have thruster thermal conditioning firings in preparation.
1015 in work.
We have Atlas P to open loop and prep for BECO. We have booster engine cutoff.
Check 1015.
And we have indication of booster section separation. Sustainers continue to burn normally.
FO?
1016's in work. I still have power on. Won't turn off.
Now we have fairing jettison.
I'll give you a check on 1016 at this time.
Good. Sustainer continues to
You still have hydraulic pump running.
And
I understand.
good. Flight control disturbance is normal.
Check 1017.
Check 1018. 1019 in work.
And we're now 1 minute away from nominal sustainer engine cutoff. Sustainer continues to burn normally. Everything good. And flight control disturbances are normal. About 30 seconds to SECO. Everything is looking good.
FMO?
It's in work. Step 1019 is still in
Atlas
work.
PU is continuing
Thank you.
control as expected. Sustainer operating pressures look good.
Check step
Vehicle's flying hot straight.
1006.
Normal. And we have sustainer engine cutoff
Check 1019.
and stage separation. We have pre-start on fuel. We have pre-start on locks. Housing temperatures are dropping as expected.
Check 1020.
Secure Centaur engine chill down system. Check
We have engine
1021.
telemetry format change. We have ignition. And full thrust. We have 2 good Centaur engines up and running. We are now in first burn of Centaur, only burn of
Check
Centaur for this
1022.
mission. Nominal 369-second burn, followed by a 150-second coast phase to spacecraft separation. And we have Centaur PU to fixed angles. Everything looks good. And we see good steady state operating levels on both Centaur engines.
DC request permission to turn off deck
And both hydraulic power packs are up and running at steady state levels. Everything looking good on Centaur.
Event 1 time, 1858, 33.542.
Go ahead, MD.
Check 1023.
We do receive the
And vehicle rates are very benign.
2 minutes, we should
0 engine positions looking good. Both Centaur engines are
DC, we do
operating
have
normally.
fires down by the retention basin.
And we are in the process of the purge firing for the reaction control system.
Check
Forces the nitrogen
1024.
out of the thruster loop.
Go ahead, SMD.
Responses are normal, and we've gone to closed loop control on the PU system.
Yes.
Vehicle now about 240 miles in altitude, 374 miles downrange, 7,700 miles an hour.
And we're seeing the expected roll rate to separation attitude.
Let us know when it comes on.
We need 2 minutes on check 1026.
Should I find this now? What do you think about it?
We just found out that roll rate.
I'm coming back for rework. You got it.
Time for that maneuver is
Get a
right as
warning
expected.
all right? I see it. Coming up soon.
Take it down.
And both Centaur engines are operating normally. We've completed another thermal conditioning firing. Temperatures respond as expected in the thruster loop to that firing. And we're seeing normal Centaur PU activity. And flight control disturbances look just fine.
No data for marked event 5. Marked event 6, 19:00:26.062.
And Centaur PU is moving towards the nominal mixture ratio. Everything looks good there. Engines responding as expected to the changes in mixture ratio.
Marked event 7, 19:00:29.722.
DC, we have
And we're
water
now
flowing
3
in the
minutes
RP1 room.
to MECO 1.
Off.
Everything looks good. Reaction control system activity is normal.
Marked event 8, 19.
Centaur engines are perfectly normal. Signature's just fine.
522.
And we see good signal strength on the FTS system. Hydraulics are up and running normally. Acceleration is right as expected.
DC, the water is shut off in RP1 room. Marked event
And we're
9,
seeing very good engine position.
19:00:03,
Vehicle rates look good.
40.002.
Centaur PU activity is very benign. Everything looks perfectly normal.
Check 1026.
We are now coming up on 2 minutes to MECO.
Check 1027.
Check 1028.
You getting it, George?
And everything's continuing to operate normally. Acceleration levels are right as expected. Vehicle rates are very benign. PU activity is normal.
I'm going to throw them up here in a second.
Everything's looking good. And we are in the process of another thermal conditioning firing on the reaction control system. Thruster loop temperatures are very benign,
Check 1040,
approximately 8 degrees. Right as expected.
Vehicle now 798 miles downrange, 366 miles in
Power
altitude.
tanks continue to operate at normal levels.
Velocity 9,800 miles an hour.
Fire going by the retention base, smoke. The rest of the cab looks pretty good.
And we're 60 seconds to main engine cutoff.
Hold off on mark event 10. Mark event 1119, colon 02, colon 49er.502.
And another thermal conditioning firing. Again, temperature's looking good.
Good. Okay, tick-tock. You give me data yet? Yes. Transmitters are on. Take out telemetry.
Check 37.
I'm ready for separation.
408 miles altitude.
20 seconds to MECO.
MECO is just cut off.
1,200
Continues to operate normally. Everything looking good.
1,200 miles downrange.
And we're having thermal conditioning firing, so pitching the yaw thrusters in preparation for MECO. Signatures are normal there. And we have main engine cutoff. We have 4S engines on as expected. Normal signature on shutdown.
And
Power
the
packs have shut down as expected.
velocity at cutoff was 16,315.
And we have disabled the FDS system.
FTSO.
And we are now in 150-second coast phase of spacecraft separation.
Spacecraft separates at 13 minutes 40 seconds.
And we are now turning to spacecraft separation attitude.
Ready.
We have switched to 2S engines on.
FMO's ready.
FA. Ready. FO. FO's ready. We do have still smoke on the retention basin and grass fire. There is some vapor coming off the UT. I think it's
12 minutes into the flight.
off the boom.
And we're receiving excellent telemetry data.
Ready. CPO.
Communications now.
Looks good.
Communications through the tracking and data relay satellite system.
Ready.
14,000.
And we have nulled rates out in preparation for spacecraft separation.
There's a pole for pad reaccess DOC. Ready.
16,861 miles an hour is the velocity. 1,400.
Nominal coast phase. Ready spacecraft separation. Rates look good.
FOC.
Ready.
Tank pressures are good. Battery voltages are normal and steady.
Separation in 1 minute. Velocity now 17,310 miles an hour.
We had a short telemetry loss. We covered it. Looks good.
Should have quite a round of applause here in the Mission Director Center.
200K data.
And we have a report of good Q channel data.
30 seconds to separation.
30 seconds to spacecraft separation. We are seeing small dropouts from teachers' data. Seconds to spacecraft separation. Rates continue to look normal.
You see the only damage on MST apparently is the roll-up door covering that I can see right now too.
And we have spacecraft separation.
Everyone's very happy here in the Mission Director Center.
Continue the post-separation operations. This concludes the commentary for the flight of AC-141.